I didn't want a situation where it was you and victims, because this isn't Crossfire. I wanted a conversation, and if I thought for a second that you were not sticking to your word and that you were not going to own what you've done and been publicly documented to have done, we wouldn't be having this conversation. I do want to talk to you about the therapy that you've gone through and what you've learned about this behavior. The why matters. We'll be right back. We're back interviewing Joey Gugliemelli, also known as Sherry Pie, a former RuPaul Drag Race contestant who was disqualified after admitting to sexually exploiting multiple men in a predatory catfishing scheme. Joey, one of the victims said that you now get this platform, but that you're not fully owning the gravity and the impact of your actions. Some of the things to go through, for example, that you created this persona, this Allison Massey, as the casting agent. You had them do things that were embarrassing, humiliating. You have said that this wasn't about sexual gratification. What else could it have been? What could have been the motivation to do that to people?
It was about control and the fear and fear. I mean, these aren't cookie cutter situations. You know what I mean? To give a blanket statement is just not really acceptable. The biggest blanket statement is that obviously, like, I am so sorry.
Yeah.
That is the only blanket statement. But I would say most of these things ended up happening because of my immense fear of losing these people. I had relationships with a lot of these people prior.
Some of these people were acquaintances. You were in their social circle. Some even
Friends,
were
yeah.
friends. Who would do that
Very
to
good
their
friends.
friend? Who would do that to a friend?
I know. And I just didn't know what to do to not lose these people. And that was my greatest fear. I didn't want to lose them, and I wanted to be able to keep them around and keep them close
Was there ever a
because
time
of
when
my
did you ever get to a point where you looked and said, this is sick, what I'm doing?
yes,
I want to
yes. I mean, there would be days that I would be, I would uh send that person a message, right? And in the next hour, I would be so stressed and so kind of there's so many feelings that I would then text that person and check in with that person. And it wasn't to talk about what I had just sent as, Allison or anything like that. It was to just check in and to be close to that person and connect to
Because
that
what you
person.
were doing as this
And
casting agent was making them believe that there was a movie or a TV role,
I
and
know.
this was their
Yeah.
opportunity to audition for those roles. And you presented yourself as a whole different person there. Um, no one knows you like your friends. You had to know that this would be devastating to them, that it would.
Of
And by the way,
course.
the interviews have been given in great
Mhm.
detail, firsthand accounts from multiple people affected by this.
Mhm.
When
Yeah. Uh,
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I I don't want people to think that I don't take full responsibility for the pain that I've caused these people, especially these amazing relationships that I wish that I could fix. And I understand that this isn't a situation of fixing. This isn't a situation, this isn't something that sorry
Yeah.
and it
It doesn't
heals
go away. You know why
everything.
also, Joey?
And
Because these
go
are
ahead.
videos and photos. And when I was reading the descriptions from the victims, I thought, where are these photos? What did he do with these videos? How do they know that 10, 15 years down the road, these won't emerge, that they've been in your custody? They've been
Yeah,
on your
no, I don't
computer.
have. Yeah, I don't have anything. I have nothing. I didn't keep anything. I literally have nothing
Were you ever
of any
contacted
of
by
these
police at
people.
all? Have you been contacted by authorities?
No, not just somebody did a wellness check, but no,
Not through criminal behavior or anything like that. Um,
no.
this happened at a time where you had shot a great portion of the show. There were rumors that you were about to, potentially place high. This is at the brink of you having the dream of being known nationally. And instead, this character revealed who you really were in this behavior. Because had you not been on the show, maybe these stories would have been kept in a vault of the hearts of the people impacted, but it got out there.